between FLIPSIDE and London Conspiracy. So they have a lot to live up to. We'll put it that way. They have a lot to live up to because the last match was a doozy. 3D Max versus Copenhagen Wolves, and Copenhagen Wolves took it at the very bitter end. A true beauty. Such a pleasure to watch. Really just sick CS and just so emotionally charged as well. Both of those teams were battling to the very last round on Dust 2. And it will be Copenhagen Wolves taking one of the slots. Now we see who between FLIPSIDE and LC are going to pick up the remaining one, the last one here that's on the line. But we're waiting on everybody to join up for the server. I'm going to flip us over to the game so you guys can join me there. No cam today, because for some reason the lights in the office don't work. So it's actually pretty dark in here. So there's no point in having the cam. And also, in case you're wondering why all you hear is me, this is actually turned into a bit of a test for the GoTV as well. And actually, not seeing myself show up actually here, so let's go ahead and pop it back over real quick to the splash, and we're going to test a couple of things real quick. This stream is also not only is it the qualifier, but it's also turned into a bit of a test stream for some of the features that are going to be coming up next week throughout the majors. So it's a bit there's multiple things going on here, but let's go ahead and turn that on real quick just to make sure that everything is showing up in GoTV. And now I see my voice, now I see everything. It should be going live now to everybody tuning in on the client as well. So cool. Hopefully everything is working as intended. And let's see, what else do I need to mention before we get into the thick of things here? Just want to make sure that all of you guys have linked up your Twitch accounts to your Steam accounts, because drops are possible. So just so you guys know, you can actually win drops by tuning into the stream or by watching in game. You can actually watch these matches in the client as well if you want to tune in there, check it out, basically watch in game, control the camera yourself, all that jazz, right? You can do that too and get drops there. But also, if you just want to hang out on the stream, maybe have it up on your second monitor, something along those lines, you guys can get drops as well if you link up your Twitch account to your Steam account. So the way you do that is go to the top right where you can see your Twitch name, click there, click on the settings, click to connections, and make sure that you are connected properly to Steam. And once that's done, bam, if you're tuning into the stream, if you're watching the matches, you can see at the end of every round somebody wins a case, a Dreamhack Winter case or something like that, and you have a chance to win some skins, some stickers, a bunch of swag really. So that's a fun little thing. Just make sure you do that before the game goes live, because you don't want to miss out on any chances at getting some loot. But it looks like we're waiting on the last man to join up here for LC. As far as FLIPSIDE tactics are concerned, Demaz, Benji, Twist, Zenda, and Berg. And that's a real pleasure to see Berg actually playing again, man. It feels like ages since we've seen him play, at least in a tournament like this. Because he has been trying to qualify. He has been getting around. The last time I saw him was like, what, a year or 2 years ago at Copenhagen Games playing for Epsilon before Epsilon became Fnatic. Like, that was a while ago. That was a long time ago. So, good to see Berg basically competing with one of the up-and-coming Swedish teams. So they came in 4th basically in the rankings and the qualifiers, which is why they're competing here today and not Mouse Sports, just in case you guys were wondering. But this is all about FLIPSIDE basically having a crack at the big times here, at the big major. LC, definitely a favorite team here to basically take this last spot. It's going to be FLIPSIDE and the underdogs going into this match pretty much. There's no getting around it. Like, they are definitely going to be battling it out against LC, who have had some experience, or at least some experience with this lineup for quite some time, but not really the results. And they had that big moment where they really started to do some damage, back when like Mock the Hawk and Hoyland were on the team. Then they changed it up. They had a bit of a resurgence. Once again, PRB brought in and kind of like revitalized the team a bit, changed things up. But since then, it's been a little lackluster for the Nords. We haven't really seen any huge performances, where they're able to take out some of the top tier and really battle it out for a top spot in the rankings. So we're going to see today if they're able to at least secure a spot at Dreamhack Winter to give themselves, a shot at the major, at the last major of the year. So not quite sure what's going on as far as, why we don't have everybody yet. I was told that everybody would be here. I feel like, I'm sitting in the basement where it's like, I was told there would be light. I was told there would be 10 people on the server. Where's my red stapler? Hold on one second. Let's see. The last member. Where? When? Start Reno? Okay. checking with the admins now, because one thing to note is that this is also being played out on LAN, guys. Everybody here that you guys see playing it out today are playing it live here in Stockholm. So all 4 teams that were actually flown in on Valve's dime, no less. On Valve's dime. So big shout out to Valve, of course, for making that possible. All four teams playing in this last-minute qualifier are playing live here in Stockholm, sitting right in front of each other. So it's actually a pretty sick environment. This is excellent because we're gonna get that LAN performance, right? That solid LAN performance out of the teams. Looks like, all right, looks like he'll be joining up any second now. So we'll be getting that last member in fairly soon here. But at least the bear is here. We got Rubino, we got PRB, we got Polly. Just feels odd seeing LLC these days and not being able to say Mock the Hawk. Because, you know, Mock and Hoyland, the days of Mock and Hoyland. But no Mock the Hawk anymore. What's going on with that? And a keyboard, right. Let's see. We should be, I mean, we should be going live here fairly soon. Kind of wondering. I mean, it is kind of important to get rain in. Let me see. Sorted now. Alright, but it is kind of important for LC to have rain on the server, because he is kind of their heaviest hitter. There we go. All right, we load back in, and Rain has joined the CT side. All is well in the world. All is right. And it looks like it's going to be Cash, Inferno, and Nuke for the maps as well, guys. Pick ban process. Unfortunately, we can't tune in live for that. The server only goes live once the process has been completed. But now we know at least what maps are going to get played out in this best of 3. Cash, Inferno, and Nuke. And I think that actually works out fairly well for LC. I mean, they put up solid performances on all of these maps. Cash, I know for a fact that they're fairly familiar with, and they've got some ideas going into it. Inferno is pretty much one of those go-to maps that every team needs to be solid on going into any of these competitions. Best of 3, best of 1, you need to be solid on Inferno. It's pretty much the balanced map out there in the pool. And then to finish it up, it's going to be Nuke. So, LC, I know for a fact that they can do some damage on Nuke. Big X, you know, the big question mark is going to be FLIPSIDE. We really don't get to see FLIPSIDE play all that much on a daily basis. So they're definitely the big X. You know, what exactly are they going to bring to the table here on any of these maps? Or is this going to be LC rolling through and, you know, securing that final spot for Dreamhack Winter? I think that's what we're all waiting to find out here. But Rain, once again, has left the server. And we are down. We're down, but we're not out. Big shout-outs to everybody for tuning in. Of course, this is going to be a one wild ride. It has been already. Just VODs will be up later on the YouTube for the first best of 3 today. Copenhagen Wolves versus 3D Max. That already was a real nail biter. Just amazing series. Mirage, 3D Max, solid performance on Mirage. Copenhagen Wolves then battled back on Nuke and just took that map. And then it was down to the 30th round on Dust 2 to settle the whole thing. But it was one hell of a best of 3, and if you want some entertaining CS, be sure to check it out. The VODs will be up, don't doubt it. Now we go into this one, and again, bit of an X on all of this. These are teams, you know, that we don't really necessarily get to see on a daily basis. Well, LC we see a little bit more, but FLIPSIDE definitely the big unknowns, but also playing on home turf. You know, 3 of these players are Swedes. 2 of them are from Bosnia and Herzegovina. I never know how to say it. Like, it's one of those words you look at it and you're just like, yeah, Herzegovina. I think that's right. I think that's close. But then pronouncing it is basically very tricky. But yes, they are from there. So, bit of a mixed team for FLIPSIDE. But I'm really looking forward to seeing Berg play again. It's been a while. This guy can be a monster. Now it's a question of whether he's matured as a player with the communication and with how he basically plays it out with a team. Because he has been a little bit tricky in the past, from what I've heard. So, one of those players who's got talent. Now, can he actually, you know, keep that in check? Twist as well. I think a lot of people are going to be tuning in to this match in particular to watch Twist play, because he is definitely one of the brightest stars in Swedish CS. Despite the fact that this guy never really shows up on a top tier, like, it feels like we haven't really seen anything huge from him since, what, like, man, ages. SK? That feels like it's too long ago. There's got to be something in between. But, like, he did play on SK. MSI beat it. You have that at least. But Twist is one of those players who just has just disgusting, disgusting talent. And he is one of those players, really, that was, when the news was announced that, you know, for example, FLIPSIDE was going to take a step back and actually, you know, step off of an IP, that Twist might be one of the players to definitely one of the candidates to be picked up by the team to fill his spot, because he is just that good. So FLIPSIDE, they really have a strong card in their hand when it comes to him. He could do a lot of damage for them. And I'm almost just looking to Rain to basically shut him down. It's going to have to come down to those two players, I think, to really just make it happen. But it looks like now we have everything. Let's okay, basically he's bouncing back and forth, Rain, because he's having a bit of an issue between TeamSpeak and the actual client. So, but I'm hearing the votes. So I'm assuming they sorted the problem out. Vote has passed. Warm-up countdown has begun. We are now a minute away from starting off this match. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuning in, this is the Dreamhack Winter Qualifier going into the major that is happening next week. One team has already qualified today. That's Copenhagen Wolves. And now we are here to see who is going to be the last team, the one team to pick up the last spot in the main event that is happening, starting next Thursday or Friday. So this is going to be big, guys. This is going to be sick. It's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, already the first best of 3 today was just amazing. Everything we could have hoped for. So I'm crossing my fingers and hoping for more here. And both of these teams, I think they can deliver. But there is no getting around it. LC should be the team to have the major advantage going into this, because FLIPSIDE, still a bit of that rough cut diamond, I think. I think they might need some polish still. And this is a big opportunity for them to get some of that polish, right? To get refined. But, you know, are they going to be able to step it up here in a best of 3 versus a team with the experience that LC has? That's what we're all about to find out. Well, let's get into it, guys. It's the thick of it. It's good times ahead. GoTV mic not working again? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's showing me that it works in the game. How does that not show up? Okay. Oh, the timing is horrendous. Maybe we can do it this way. Let's do it. 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 Let's go fast. Let's go fast. Let's go fast. Let's go fast. Oh God, no! Not during the pistol. Okay, no, we gotta watch the pistol. No, not me. Game. Go to the game. Okay, we're back in. Everybody can see. Yes, it's gonna be an A push. And LC, they've decided to actually stack B, so this is not according to plan. We skip all the preamble, we skip everything, we get right into the thick of it, and it's going to be FLIPSIDE tactics going for an A push, and that works out perfectly for them. It's going to come down to the retake now for LC, and they have to land it perfectly, but already they eat a nade, and Rubino's down to 24. They still have some nades, they still have some gear here on the CT side, but this is all about the retake at this point, and they have to hold. Dumas going to pick up the first one, though, staying alive behind quad boxes, and Twist is still here. They get obliterated. In fact, FLIPSIDE tactics just completely annihilate the LC push. And now, well, panicked. Am I getting trolled or not? I can't possibly be getting trolled right now. Okay, we'll do it after the second round. We'll do it after the second round, because, of course, you know, CZ round, anything could happen. LC could come back. Double scout CZ. Might as well be a buy round. So let's say FLIPSIDE, are they going to survive this round? If something happens in this round, then, you know, we'll just switch it around in the third round. We'll go from there and see if we can't get the GoTV going. It was working during the warm-up. What has changed since the warm-up? Okay. That is very interesting. Unfortunately, right now, I was not... This is a bit on the fly, a bit off the cuff, guys, so... Apologies for any of the delays, at least if you guys are watching from GoTV. Of course, you can't hear that apology, so I'm transmitting it to you, brainwaves. But right now, actually, it's a very patient game coming out here from LC. They know that they done messed up. They have to make up for it here with that pistol. Gamble, really, that FLIPSIDE just go to that A site. It's 50-50, right? But LC, they needed a bit more when it came to the retake. And now, it's going to be another A play coming out here. We got Berg leading the charge, walks into Polly, takes Polly out, but Rain in the meantime is able to pick up a kill with that CZ. And now it's going to be Dumas taking the fight. Oh, he barely lives. 3 HP left on Dumas. That was way too close. And now Rubino and Skirk, they should be backing off. They should be trying to hold on to their gear here, because with smokes down, they aren't going to be able to get back onto this site and retake it. And we already see them backing off. So I'm going to jump on this opportunity real quick, swap out the game. We're going to do this quick, fast as we can. And see if that actually works. Okay, okay. Let's go. Bam. And then this should work. We should be back online with the Go TV. Please check. Otherwise, we will have to find another round in which we can swap out. But to quickly update you guys, LC were able to hold on to both of those guns, both of the gear. So Rubino, he survives with his Kevlar and CZ. Skirk survives with the Scout. They aren't too worse for wear. FLIPSIDE, however, walk away with the second round. And let's see. Still no Go TV voice. Let's figure it out. Is that going to work? The quick update. There we go. Now it works. Fantastic. Okay, we're good to go, guys. Sorry for the bumpy road. I thought that we had that sorted in the warm-up. But it looks like now we're good. Fantastic. And let's see if Skirk is going to land a shot. Looks like he was able to tag up Twist. Twist down to 30 HP, so Skirk not too bad a shape right now. Holding from connector like that. Doing some good damage with the Scout. Going to get the drop-off, however. And now Ben, what are you going to do? Benji waiting around the corner here. I mean, basically, this is all about the waiting game. Because they've already taken quite a bit of damage FLIPSIDE. Benji and Twist, fairly low. When you're going up against pistols like this, that actually puts you a little on edge. Just because with how much damage the pistols do, if you are sub 50 HP, you could be gone just like that. So FLIPSIDE are going to have to play this fairly carefully. It's going to be PRB on the site. Nade comes in. Misses the timing just barely. Just barely misses that timing. And just like that, very quick take there from FLIPSIDE Tactics on that A site. Fantastic take, in fact. It just goes perfectly their way. Benji, the only one taking any kind of pain there. Zende as well. Benji's going to get lost, but Berg does manage to find Rubino. It's going to be the boost behind quad boxes. Tricky stuff coming out from FLIPSIDE. Like that. Not often we get to see it. And Pauly, unfortunately for him, they line up, but he isn't able to get the job done. And it just turned off. So, looks like we got a pause coming in. Fantastic. Okay. Let's sort this out. So why is it just deciding to stop working? That is interesting. That is not supposed to happen. Alright, we're back here like this. Right. What we might do is just entirely restart the client, but what I want to do first before doing that is take this. We will do this. We will go here. We will do this. Apologies, guys. This is a bit of a shame. All of a sudden, if it's deciding to just randomly turn off, that's not going to help things. Alright, we're getting back into it again. Let's see if that sorted the problem. Sorted the issue out here. Right, that's being done. Now we go back into the game. We pop in and let's get it. Or let's get it sorted. Let's see if I'm going to show up here on the bottom left. Okay, it's already there. We can see it. Fantastic. I think we're good to go. Let's see. I think we are good to go. Let's see here. Apologies for the loud typing on the keyboard. I haven't been able to pick up a mic boom yet either for the office. So that's going to happen after Dreamhack. It's going to be fun times after Dreamhack. If I have to tab out, that's a problem. Hold on. We'll bring it back just in case so you guys can see it's still paused. Sorry, talking to the admins at the same time here to get everything back on track. But I think we should be good. It looks like it's still broadcasting through the Go TV. We should be unpausing any second now, guys. And we should be getting into the 4th round bye for LC. So perfect timing for the pause. We're not going to miss any of the action. We should be good to go once again. We should be good to go. Come on. Let's go. There we go. Alright. Voting to restart the match. Everybody should be happy. Everybody should be ready. Apologies for the delay, guys. This is a bit of a work in progress, seeing as how this has been a bit of a test stream as well to test out some features that are going to be happening next week. Of course, it's going to be much smoother next week because it is going to be a full-on production and all the bells and whistles that go with it. So everything should be running a bit more smoothly. But for now, at least, it looks like everything is back on track. So let's go ahead and get into it. The 4th round bye coming up here for London Conspiracy. The big round for them. Seeing as how this is a CT-sided map, we expect LC to come out of this with about 10 rounds on the board. This should be around 10-5 or so. So we really do expect LC to be able to turn it around here with their first bye. And already, sick damage. This is already looking pretty good here. Rubino managing to do a lot of work. Skirk steps in, drops the bomb carrier. He's going to be able to back off in time as well. Stay alive. Does he go for the wallbang? Yes, he does. Looking to find the angle. Not quite going to get it, though. And it's going to be Zende to be able to put down that bomb. He's got Benji, who's covering his back as well. But a bit of an awkward position here for Benji. He's got a lot of angles to be watching. But this is still going to be Skirk barreling through the vents. There's the pop. Do they look right? Skirk, one pick, spray from Benji. And now it's PRB, 1v1. And this is it, the clutch round situation. Kit has got to be around here somewhere. Benji tries to find the angle, gets the peek. He's only got 6 bullets left. You have to get the shot right now. And there you go. PRB gets it, but I don't think he has time. He just picked up a kit. This is going to be close. Down to the wire. 3, 2. He's going to get it. Just barely. PRB just barely has the time. Such a close call. But what an expensive round for LC. Incredibly expensive. And Benji playing from that position, getting the second frag. That was a huge strike. Picking up Skirk, yes, but then finding Polly rotating in and taking him out as well. Massive play there. PRB just barely able to make it happen for his team, but that was a close call. Way too close for comfort in the first buy round for LC. When you have the CT side, they should be able to lock it down solid. You should honestly be able to expect them to just put the beat down when they get the rifles. For LC, for them to cut it that close in a rifle round, that's got to put them a little on edge here. But for now, it looks like FLIPSIDE, they're getting control of mid. Perfect timing for Rubino to peek out. Managed to pick up that first kill from Vents, and he's going to find Benji as well. Looks like they didn't even know where he was. Rubino's going to get a triple kill. And then that's going to throw them for a loop. Zende and Berg are the last 2 guys alive here. Berg steps in and takes out Polly. Great headshot there. But then, still a 2-on-4 situation. At least they have one thing going for them here is that, well, whoa, Rain decides to peek out in mid, and he takes a face full of bullets. Berg could have the angle to actually catch Rain off guard, and Rain, yeah, he has to play this safe, just barely makes it around the corner in time. There is an HE up on Berg. See if he decides to use it. Not sure if he thinks that Rain is low or not, but Skirk is going to get the instant shot on him. Goodbye, Berg. Nice knowing you. And Zende peaked at the same time by LC. Very nicely done here in this second, or rather this 5th round. Second rifle round for LC. And a misbuy there. That has to be a misbuy. There is no reason why you would buy a Bison. Unless your name is NBK. But NBK's always had weird taste. Oh man, why would you buy a Bison? That is a bit of a waste of money right there. Especially when your economic position isn't solid. It's not like you're sitting on 10 grand. Throwing away money like that is a bit of an issue there. So that is a mistake that could come back to bite LC. Regardless, it's going to be a force buy coming here from FLIPSIDE. Everybody spotting it up, buying what they can. Money is down to 0 for them at this point. So this is everything here to try and turn LC before LC start to get too much momentum going their way. And in the meantime, it's FLIPSIDE just taking over mid. And that's a bit of a that's an interesting proposition here put forward. Well, this is an interesting approach rather by LC, letting FLIPSIDE get mid control, because as we can see here, it allows FLIPSIDE to start putting some pressure or having different avenues onto sites. Vent, for example, they could get up short now. LC are going to have to watch these angles carefully. Rain is doing that for short, but Twist is now showing that he's got an AWP, so life can get a little tricky here. But it does look like this is going to be a B play eventually for FLIPSIDE. They've got the bomb floating in B halls. And Berg has now made it up into connector. This is very sneaky stuff. He could be in position now. If he were to go into CT, he could be in position now to catch them off guard. Sees that nobody's on upper. He's going to be able to get the easy frag. Benji gets it first, but still Berg in position to catch Rain off guard here. Rain going to rush around the corner straight into Berg. This position playing out perfectly. He's got the AK to play with now as well. And Polly does get the kill, only to die to Benji. And just like that, PRB is the last man alive here for LC. 1v2. He's got nades, but this is so tough for him. He has to land a shot so quickly here. He just doesn't have any time to play around with. And now they could try and peek together here, Flipside, and they're gearing up for that as well. Nice play with the angles there by PRB, trying to minimize that, trying to make it so that the man here waiting in checkered couldn't actually spot him out when he took the battle with the man holding main. But still, he needed to land that shot instantly and then be able to have the time to hunt down this guy afterwards. That was just too much to ask. And LC now, they are the ones with the roller coaster money. It goes up, it goes down. It's a little all over the place. LC definitely not in the comfort zone right now. Skirk is, yes, pronounced Skirk now. So what they do, what LC do, which isn't a bad call either, is they just decide to even out their money. CZ's armor, PRB's got Kevlar, Rain, great position. Only going to get the first one, unfortunately for him. But still, that's one kill, gone. Dumb's actually taking some money as well. Oh, Skirk misses the shot with the scout, though. Misses the follow-up as well. And he peeks. Third time is definitely not the charm. Zende is going to slap him down. Rubino is now the man trying to rotate in here from Sky. And you do have the flank coming in at the same time. Pauly looks like he did spot Demas. No, he's just checking angles, being thorough. PRB somehow not getting that kill. Bit awkward there. Rubino will get one. This is basically LC battling to do as much damage as possible to Flipside. They don't really have any hope of picking up the round at this point, of actually winning it, but if they can afford to do a little bit more damage, this isn't too bad as far as the money is concerned. He's got that CZ. Right around the corner. Peekaboo, boys! Peekaboo! And Pauly, insult to injury, he will not make it out. But they still managed to do the damage there. Well done. That's a good eco round coming out from LC. Very solid work. That's, as we can see, look at how much money that Flipside have to spend now. They have to re-equip 4 members. That is a lot of money they wanted to hold on to going into the next round. They did not want to be re-equipping 4 people. And now LC, they've managed to even up the situation somewhat. Flipside ahead in rounds, and actually Flipside, I would say, should be fairly pleased so far with the result. But Skirk, I think Skirk has something else in mind. He's not going to let them get away like that. Through the smoke, Peekaboo gets the kill. And that's going to shake things up. But now it's Benji actually working his way up short. Little does he know, Rain is lurking around the corner, and does he actually decide to show himself? Pauly's going to now know Rain could potentially peek out, but he doesn't know if anybody's waiting in garage right now. And that's the tricky bit. If he overextends trying to get that kill, he could get slapped down by the 2 members here. Decides to take the peek now. Good timing, except that Demas is there to shut him down. Now, where do they go? Flipside, it looks like they want to make this a B play because of Berg, basically, waiting around in Toxic. They're going to be able to get out there with Twist as well. Oh, this is incredible, though. It is all Rubino. This is going to be the Rubino show. He needs to stay alive. He needs to hit this timing perfectly as they try and rush up onto the site. He has to predict it, and there you go. Gets the first headshot. Has to play the angle right, but he's not going to do it. Twist is going to go down. And Skirk with the perfect save. Rubino gets taken out, but Skirk jumps on the opportunity and rushes through that smoke, gets the 2 kills, and saves LC at the end. They even managed to save the AWP for Pauly. Wait, hold on. Let's see. X-ray is not working for GoTV. Okay, we'll get that sorted out as well, guys. We'll get that sorted out as well. Just checking the chat in the meantime. That is a bit of a shame. For some reason, it isn't showing up in GoTV when we have it here for the stream, which is definitely odd. Whoa, okay then. Hello, lads. LC waking up all of a sudden. PRB, Skirk having a field day. Yeah, that is actually the case, Spaghetti Sauces. You can actually, if you link up your Twitch account with your Steam account by watching the stream, you will get drops. How things shape up here, because this is a buy round for Flipside, and they've already taken tremendous damage. In fact, Demas and Zende dropped down fairly low there. That's painful for them to start off such an important round as well, seeing as how this is a lot of money on the line for Flipside. They decide to buy early, just get what they can. That's pretty much AK's a Galil. 2 smokes to work with. One of those smokes has just gone out to get control of mid. Pauly, what? Back of the site, hello moment, takes out that man. Benji is gone. No, this is the question. Does Rubino hit that right timing to come around for the peak? He's about to get into a very awkward position here, though. Skirk is going to have to back him up solid. But Skirk is now looking towards the site instead. Rubino has to worry about his back. Turns away at the worst possible time. And now, Skirk, your time to shine. Steps in, gets the kill, gets a second one as well. Can't get the third, though. Twist gets the job done. And now, can they actually get onto the site? Yes, they can. Zenda's got that plant just in time. Pauly and PRB now have to go for the retake. And PRB, bit of an awkward position for him. He has to look left. He has to hit this perfectly, but he's worried about somebody hiding behind the box. Clears that out. Now, does he check back? Does he actually look back? There's the pop flash. Peekaboo. And there's the shot. PRB gets it. And now it is just down to Zenda. 1v2 takes the fight at range, and PRB gets the kill coming in from Checkered. They have both kits. They both have kits. But is it? Yes, they do have time as well. And LC will come back and get 5 rounds on the board. 5-5 now as we progress. And we're going to just hop over here real quick. And bap, we are just going to get this sorted out very quickly here, guys. See if we can't get the there we go. Fantastic. Okay. I got what I was looking for. We'll come back to the game. And we'll be all right. We didn't miss anything yet. Although they are going for a mid play, this is still a bit of a mixed buy coming in here from Flipside Tactics. Rubino on Sky, however, does manage to get a pretty sick spray down. Skirk eventually gets overrun, however. Up close and personal, Kevlar and CZ, you're going to be in for a rough time if they manage to close the gap. And now it's the retake scenario here for LC. 2 of them fairly low as well. This is definitely a doable situation here for Flipside. They can do the damage. Pauly's going to get spotted out in vents. They now know that Twist is close. But eventually, LC are going to have to run through here. They just don't have the time. Twist takes the fight up front, takes out Pauly. And now all of a sudden, they're trying to drop in, but there just isn't the space. Twist, 3 bullets left. Now he's got the op to play with. Is he going to go for the shot? He doesn't need to. Zenda's there to close it out. And that right there is fantastic work. All right, let's hop back over here real quick just to check something real fast, guys. We're going to turn the X-ray back on, but we have to do it with commands because for some reason, right. Yeah, we got it. Okay. Now it should be showing up in GoTV. It should be showing up in GoTV. X-ray, that is. Hopefully. Check and see if the X-ray works. Please tell me in the chat if it does. But hopefully that sorted it out. Now it's going to be the peekaboo moment here because Benji is currently on a mission through the smoke. Short spots out PRB. Yes, he does. But PRB reacts first. Great spray down there with PRB. Still doesn't show up. Okay. Well, we'll check that out. Probably going to have to sort that out in the halftime when we have a minute and a half to play with. In the meantime, making sure that the mics and everything work. Rubino trying to go for the pop flash. Zenda will land the shot. M4A1, better spray down there. And now Pauly could be in a bit of a moment here. Rain is going to find the first one. And Rain is going to get caught out. Berg eviscerates this site. Now it really is Pauly's time to shine. Great! No, it doesn't work. Twist lands the shot. Skirk now, the only man alive, but they do manage to get the plant here. Twist makes it happen. That was okay. There was that was an inspiring play there by Pauly. Inspired, rather. But he missed the spray, just a little bit off on the timing there. Skirk now trying to sneak his way through, but he's going to get flanked by Sende from Forklift, and that is going to be it. Flipside have 7 rounds on the board now. But Pauly, that was a very cool play if the timings had been just like a split second different there. If he'd have seen the second man just a little bit faster, and if he had managed to land the spray just a little bit cleaner on him, that's the problem with the M4A1. If you don't control that spray, you run out of bullets so quickly because you have 10 less than the M4A4, the unsilenced version. If he had had those 10 extra bullets, maybe he lands that kill on twist. But basically, that was all about Pauly trying to get 2 birds with the 1 spray pretty much. And he got 2.5, which doesn't really cut it at the end when you need to be locking down that site and you're the only man alive to stop that bomb from getting planted. He tried to play greedy, basically, instead of just dropping the planter. Still, close call. And now, well, LC, they're in a bit of a pickle. Nice. Rubino, he's going to miss that shot. Twist, drop down to half. Taking this fight still. Rubino's still here. Hey, guess what, Dumas? There's still the guy. Rubino landing some 6 shots with the USP right now. That's actually forced Twist off. I mean, he's got 15 HP. He can't go up against a USP. USP will outright kill him. And now Berg is going to try and work his way out here. Rubino's now got a gun to play with, too. He's going to be happy. Looks like right now it's going to be the double fake play out of Flipside, though. They walk off of A to make it sound like this is going to be a B play, but guess what? Berg is lying in wait. He's going for the flush. He runs through the smoke, takes the fight, but Rubino is there with the AK, lands the shot first, gets the second one, could go for a third, but Benji finally puts a stop to the shenanigans. Now it's Rain and Pauly, both of these guys still alive, trying to rush onto this site and apply the pressure, and they've got guns to play with now, too. Does Pauly look right? No, he does not. And Rain can't get the job done either. Up close, Benji gets both frags. And that is Flipside tactics, basically locking down that anti-eco, although it was way too close for comfort. Rubino just fighting desperately there to keep his team's hopes alive. If they could have won an eco round, that would have been marvelous for them going into the remaining 2 rounds of the half. But now, LC, it is it. They have to get the 6th and 7th rounds on the board. Very solid eco, though. Flipside, they may be a little awkward. But I do like this for coming in from LC. They are splitting it, though. Rather than potentially going for the counter boost, they decide to actually back off. Skirk, once again, going to find a shot through the smoke on Sende. That's not a bad situation for him. Rubino gets flashed in, though. Not going to find the angle. But still, LC, off to a strong start in this 14th round. Getting that entry frag is big. Capital B. They at least know that 1 man is waiting around Toxic. Skirk actually gets picked up. That's a bit of an awkward spot. Benji's going to manage to find that frag. Now, exactly, Flipside have got options. Rain gives away his position. Doesn't look like Twist realized it. Did he? No, Rain will find the shot somehow. Tag Twist down, but in the meantime, they've lost another member here, LC. So we're into a 3-on-3 with Benji pushing up short. He's already got 1 frag. He's already got 1 notch in his belt. Can he find Rain? Down to the timing. Yes, he does. He delivers. And now, all of a sudden, LC, they're split up. 1 on each side of the map. This is awkward. 3 members from Flipside about to go crashing into the B site. Rubino trying to do the best he can. He nearly takes out Benji, but Benji finds the headshot, and that is going to be it. LC now, they looked like they were in a position to turn things around and maybe run it back here in this at the end of the half, but Flipside, they are intent on locking down cash. This is not looking good for the Norwegians now. 9 rounds, potentially 10 rounds for Flipside, considering LC have so little money. LC are going to go for the massive force buy. The massive. Well, okay. Looks like the mic died. Mic is muted. Ha ha ha. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Moment of silence. And now we go. LC, 6 rounds on the board. Their T side, FLIPSIDE Tactics ahead in the round, in the half, going into the second half with 9 rounds. And now we start their CT side. And now we get to see exactly how things will pan out. Because FLIPSIDE now, they have the advantage. Although, as I say that, Zenda takes a bullet to the face. That's not going to be the best of starts for him. Skirk intent on turning things around here for his team. And I believe my mic is slowly dying, yes. We might have to look into a new mic soon, because this is starting to be a little bit odd. Let's see, Pauly unable to land the shot there on the man who had 10 HP. It's going to be Rubino instead to walk in. Pauly looking for that shot. Tags him down to 3 HP. Are you kidding me? Zenda is indestructible. But look at Twist's position right now. He gets them off the bomb. Not going to land the shot, though, and he gets flanked out from A main. Skirk with the perfect timing there to shatter the hopes and dreams of FLIPSIDE. They had a hope, they had a dream, and that dream was to stop that bomb from getting planted. But then LC, they had their evil ways. It was a success, and LC will pick up the round, which was crucial for them coming out of that first half, being behind in rounds. Being behind in rounds. GoTV mic is not working now. Oh man, this is just. I think there's something. I think it's actually something to do with what's happening with the GoTV mic and the OBS mic or something like that, because it's just randomly turning it off, and there's no reason why it should be turning off the mic. This is what I'm not getting right now. There's no reason why, but it's just doing it. So we shall endure, and I will at least sort this out in the next round, because we'll see now if FLIPSIDE are going to make this force buy work or not before we start worrying about the GoTV. The dream. Alright, now FLIPSIDE actually. Twist going to get spotted, but at least he's going to spot some movement here. It's so quiet on the map right now that FLIPSIDE have to be wondering what the hell is going on. Rubino opens up Squeak Door as well. That's going to cause FLIPSIDE to get a little worried, as we can see. We have Twist rotating around through CT. So they're going to put 3 guys on that A site. Now, the party, however, the party is all about B site. And while Benji's going to get spotted, that gives it up for here for Zenda, but then the double stack gets found, and both of them are gone just like that. LC walk onto the site. Good thorough play there. Long range battle there from Rubino. Spots 2 guys moving in from mid, so he does know now at least 1 guy can come in through checkered, and this is going to be a crucial position here for Skirk. Hits that timing just right. Lands the perfect shot. Goes for the spray through CT, and takes a bullet to the face. It's Rain actually there to save the day at the end. But that was a very nice round actually coming out from LC, managing to keep their cool, keep their control. Running into close quarters versus CZs is never fun, and keeping 3 guys alive, not bad work. Alright. Pretty sure that's the case as well. But we'll pop in and pop out real quick. For some reason, it's really been bugging out. Minus voice. Alright, that should sort the problem. We come back now. I have to set binds up in obs as well. We'll have it prepared. And this is just Berg. Basically uneventful round, so good timing to actually try and reset things, but hopefully the mic has come back up for you guys in GoTV. Hopefully now you can hear. And that was sorting it out. But I need to sort out some binds as well for OBS to swap scenes. Need to get that a little external keyboard, essentially, that's not part of the main keyboard. Something to look for after Dreamhack Winter again. That's a good point as well. Whew. Okay then. The wall battle, and nothing really, not really connecting with anything. Somehow Zenda is like the luckiest man alive. Only takes 20 points of damage from all of that. Okay, apparently spec here has been changed to 3, so we'll see if that actually has any effect. In-game GoTV mic is no-go still. Right, well then, no mic in-game. Continues to be an issue. Just lovely. But what's not an issue here is this push. This is actually a pretty solid decision here by LC. They just have to be quick about it and get out here fast. Good smokes down, the flashes as well. They're totally blind, and Damas is only going to get 1 kill out of the mix. Quick rotation comes in, though, but they do manage to stack it up and manage to get the refrags. Or at least the revenge frags, right? Problem is that they lose Zenda in the mix. That was a 2-on-2 situation, and now that smoke is going to make Benji's life a little difficult. He knows that he's about to walk into a crossfire. He has to find one of these guys very quickly here. Nice flash. That actually works against PRB. Skirk, the traitor. He gets the kill, but that was a bit too close for comfort there. PRB might be shaking his head looking at Skirk right now going, what are you trying to do, bro? You trying to kill me? Trying to get me killed? Those team flashes, they don't really help in the end. And that's a bit of a frustrating situation, at least for Benji, seeing as how off of that kill with PRB, if Skirk didn't peek behind it, at least Skirk makes up for it by peeking behind that flash. Or behind losing his mate, not wasting any time. Now, it's the run and gun battle again up mid. Unfortunately for FLIPSIDE, they don't manage to pick up the gun. The gun actually drops on the wrong side, and you can see Pauly. Basically, Pauly's going to run over here, chuck that gun up on the truck, make sure that FLIPSIDE, if they come running in, aren't going to be able to find it quickly. Because that could almost be now a reason why FLIPSIDE would want to try and push in through Squeak, push in through mid, push somewhere, basically see if they can't find an AK to work with. Because they're going to get flashed into A main now, and just get a little information. Do they see anybody gathered up there? What it comes down to now is basically, do they get the proper read and tactics? They're looking like they've got a pretty good book. 4 players here on the B site, and the push begins. LC going to go barreling in. They've got the nades to actually stop this, but now it comes down to the hold. Zenda needs to live, and he will do that. And they managed to clear up the site just like that. 2 smokes get the job done. Twist rushes through the smoke, though. That's a problem. Twist doing big damage. And Damas is going to get tracked down in the end. But that was a bit close. That was a bit too close. Twist managing to get a kill out of that isn't too bad. And the second and third maps are going to be Inferno and Nuke. Yeah. So we start off this adventure on Cash, with LC slowly but surely getting rounds on the board. And then Inferno, the second map, where anything is possible because LC are actually quite strong on the map. And then Nuke if necessary. So if we decide to go to 3 maps, this is going to be interesting. Rubino a bit off with this timing. Curious to see if Benji's going to have... oh, the welcome grenade. That was a perfect pop. And just like that, it goes off right in his face. Not a thing Benji can do in that scenario. Not a thing you can hope to do. Berg is going to be the one close up here, but already the Molotov to chase him out. Quick smoke as well. And FLIPSIDE, they don't want any of this action. They're going to back right off. Get out of dodge. Hold on to their guns. And LC right now, they're not hearing a single step right now. So they may be... I'm wondering if they're picking up on the fact that this is turning into a save round for FLIPSIDE. Because PRB is probably now just on the edge where they start to think about it. You know, oh, it's a bit too close for... It's a bit too quiet out here. What's going on? Where is everybody? But they aren't really going to have the time to go hunting now, so it's a bit of a shame. They'll make it out just barely. Poly dropping dangerously low. FLIPSIDE will be able to hold on to the majority of their gear, so they're going to be able to stretch their money a little bit farther, and that's actually not too bad for FLIPSIDE. Because every buy round now is so important for FLIPSIDE Tactics. Every buy round needs to happen for them. Beat retake can be very tricky though, because you are running through the choke points. So it can get a little awkward in that sort of scenario, a bit like Dust 2. Beat retake. You've got 2 chokes, although there are more ways on if you have the time to wrap around. Just a bit awkward. FLIPSIDE, that's the thing though. That's pretty much the one round that they're allowed to save. At this point, they don't really have any options to back. Like, they have to just be able to take these fights and win them outright. If they save past this point, starts to get uncomfortable. LC starts to get uncomfortably close to taking the first map. What I'm wondering now is, where do LC, LC, they're definitely going to take the bomb over here to B. They've got the bomb sitting right here already on Rain. Now can they land the shots? And is Pauly going to be able to make much of a distraction? Enough of a distraction, really. Damas isn't interested in what he's selling. And Benji, alive on the B site, makes it look easy. Makes it look easy. Very clean work from him. Gets an AK as well, that party favor. Perfect. And a very clean round coming out from FLIPSIDE. What it basically comes down to, though, is action on A site earlier. And apparently the guys in GoTV aren't seeing my drawings on the map as well, which is a bit of a shame, because I do feel, you know, like, this is very artsy. Look at that. We'll keep it for later, guys. Looks like, again, it's going to be quick push up here. Anti-boost positions, basically, from Zende. It is a little bit awkward, though, if he does decide to actually hold. And he's giving himself a way out, and I like that. I like that he's giving himself a way out, a way to back out of that scenario, because it can get a bit awkward if you're holding here alone. Of course, he's got Twist here with the AWP, kind of like Overwatch, but if they decide to flash their way through, you can get pretty quickly overrun if you're the only one holding top mid like that. So this way, at least, he can back off through the vents. He can get that peek, that pick on anybody coming up, and then back off fairly easily. Let's see exactly how this is going to shape up. They're going to have the nades. They're going to cut it across. This is looking like it's going to be a B play eventually here. There we have it. Smokes to go through to mid. Zen is spotting this. They're going to be able to walk straight up into the vents. And now, Benji, showtime. Zende has spotted one out. His Berg is going to pick up another. What is happening? It's not even Benji in the end who does the majority of the damage. He's actually just there to kind of mop up PRB. But that was Zende who's managed to get a huge round. Where did those frags come from, though? He must have caught them trying to go into vents. My mistake there. Definitely thought that LC would be faster, just trying to rush into the site rather than getting bogged down taking fights. I'm curious. I mean, I would like to see LC actually just go for some outright aggression. Just go for a rush play right now. Now that it's getting kind of close here, FLIPSIDE. Oof. Cutting it a bit close there, Twist. Twist gonna go for the repeak, actually. Oh, Twist. Naughty. Very naughty. Oh, and Pauly, this nade. Pretty much max damage nade. pretty close to a max damage nade at least. And Skirk taking a lot of damage as well. But Skirk, he gets the final word. He gets the actual frag. And now it is Demas, last man alive here on this A site. Quick rotation coming in here from his mates. Berg on the flank. And Berg actually drops the bomb carrier. This is so important now. LC, they can push out onto the side all they want. But if they don't have the bomb to actually plant, this is going to be a problem. 2 on 3 now. And just like that, we're into the last man alive here. PRB getting wrapped around by Berg, who pretty much is the hero of the round for Flipside, pulling off a full backstab and dropping the bomb carrier, not allowing LC to get into position to actually plant that bomb. So LC, they're already focused on that A site, looking to get in here with everybody, looking to just push through as fast as possible, get in here, and then the bomb is out here. The bomb is out here. What do they do when the bomb is out here? It's not on the bomb site, thanks to Berg. Really nicely done by Berg. And now all of a sudden, this is interesting. I was wondering about the timing there. Skirk with the peekaboo on Zende. Berg, he's looking to try and stop him from getting in here, but now that can get awkward. He shouldn't be too exposed. They can come through 3 places at once now. Instead, it's going to be the smoke. He spots out one. Rain is there to draw the fire, but Skirk is going to land the shot. And now we actually have LC in a pretty solid position here going into an eco round. I mean, this is an eco round. Let's not forget. They did spend a little bit of money this round to even things up, but LC, they've been operating with pistols predominantly. It's going to be Benji, though. They're kind of getting picked up here. They have to be a little bit careful. PRB is going to find Benji in mid, though. And that's going to open things up now. Rubino's got a gun to play with. And they've split Flipside in half. Twist on one side, Demas on another. And Paulie is hitting the perfect timing right now to get out onto this site. Twist will find Skirk lurking around there. Looks like that was in checkered. And the rotation already coming out. Oh, man, this doesn't get any better. Paulie plants for main. And there's very little hope now at this point. Because now Flipside have to worry so much about getting caught. Just like this. Rubino. Oh, the timing is so good. Rubino, just as he goes running past, Twist turns away, and there's nothing Twist can do. He's now going to get split in 3. Dumas does manage to take Rubino, who played a little bit ahead of himself here. Now only pistols left for his mates. He runs out of guns, though. He runs out of bullets. He gets the spray with the CZ. Swaps out, but he just doesn't have the time. He has to sit on it. And an easy kill there for PRB, who's about to go up with the bomb, but he doesn't care. Squeaky to short mid. Next level plays. But that was very much a nice play coming out from LC, and by Skirk as well, man. Traveling salesman, he'd make a fortune. He just got Flipside to totally rotate over to that B site. Pretty much gave Paulie the A site for the plant. Ooh, on the wallbang coming out from Skirk, actually tagging up Zende. We have lost PRB, however, over in the B halls, so LC now give up the entry. They need to find a refrag fairly quickly. Again, they have to know that Zend is close. He is stepping, or he did step at least. So they have to know at least that Flipside have got control of mid, and they're putting quite a bit of attention on mid as well. I mean, 2 guys. This is actually pretty solid. And 2 guys on the A side as well. Dumas is going to find the first one, though, and he is still alive behind quad boxes. Nice nades to drop him down to 20, but this still isn't done. Rotation coming out from Flipside, though, and it looks like LC, they were trying to go for another fake, and it's going to be the counter fake. They're rotating him back, but they know that they've done damage. They know that this guy is low. Not the full rotation off of the site, however, and Flipside are going to be in position. Twist to get the kill from CT with the AWP, and now it's just Rain and Skirk alive, stacked up together. Rain is the key player here, and he's just got spotted out by Demas. So let's see. Zende finds one. Rain finds the other. Needs to pick up that bomb. He's got 20 seconds left. Nice spray down there onto Zende. But he still has to worry about that AWP. Twist in a perfect position. Gives him the opening and baits him out into the open for Benji to finish the job. Well done. And Flipside now battling it back to 13-13. This is all over the place. LC now, their money in shambles. They're going to go for... I mean, they have to save. They're going to have to eco. They have to eco for the last round, pretty much, to keep Flipside off of that map point. They have to eco basically in this scenario. And this is now, I mean, are they going to go for the straight A rush? They could. I'm still kind of wondering about that. I really wish that LC, maybe in the next buy, if they go for a rush, just straight A rush. Go YOLOing out and see if they can test Flipside that way. I mean, Flipside have been playing aggressive themselves, which is probably why there is so much patience coming out from LC. Still, I feel like a good little turn of pace could catch Flipside off guard as well. We're losing people left and right. Before I can even swap to them, they're dying. So this isn't looking too hot. Definitely not looking too hot for LC in this round. Berg, no fear. Takes the fight, gets punished. Skirk with 2 HP lives. Easy as you please. Benji walks up and gets the frag. Now, okay, this is where it gets real. LC. With what little money they have. They've got 3 guys who can full buy. Just short. Skirk will be light a flash nade. Same for Rain. Poly the AWP. Okay. And Poly drops. Right, okay, let's see. This is a real joy now. This is when it gets really fun. Oh, Dumas right on the edge of this smoke as well. I was still looking for it. If Poly peeks forward, Dumas has got the angle on him. It's not going to happen, though. Poly's still waiting. Patient. Oh, so patient. And this is the game of chicken. It's Flipside just waiting to see who's going to push first, who's going to give the advantage up. They waited patiently as well. I do like this coming out of LC, the fact that they waited to see if the counter boost would be an option here. Instead, it's going to be Rubino. You really wish that Rubino would actually hold this. Rubino, does he open the door? Yes, he does. He gets the kill on Dumas. And now it's just Twist alive at the back of the site. Quad boxes, needs to land the shot. Oh, there it is. Gets the headshot on Poly. And he's getting naded down. He's down to half, but he's still alive, and that's the important bit here as the rest of them come rotating in. Berg on upper is going to find a sick frag, and then Zenda steps in and drops Rain, not letting him get on top of that bomb. This is all about Flipside and Benji and Berg getting the final 2. Excellent play from them, and in particular Twist staying alive so long at the back of quad boxes really made it difficult for LC to be able to push on aggressively to that site, because we can see he was just holding that line. As soon as LC show themselves, Poly tries to take that fight, tries to win that battle, and Twist is there to shut him down. And from that point forward, LC is just like, well, we're light on nades. If we peek him, we're dead. What do we do? And Flipside now on map point. This is it. Rubino now, he's waiting for Zenda. This is actually pretty clever. Don't think Zenda has any idea that he's here either. But Zenda not going to be holding from vents. Instead, this time around, it doesn't work out. And Rubino's actually going to be the one getting pushed down. Berg with another headshot takes out PRB. Rain gets caught out of the open, and Berg is single-handedly winning this for his team. The map is theirs. Poly steps in with the CZ, takes him out, but Benji will step in and pick up that final one, and it is down to Skirk now. The battle is not going to happen. Flipside will take the map, and they are now up 1-0 in this best of 3. Going into Inferno, having taken cash, definitely not a bad situation to be in here, and a great performance coming out from Flipside. Managing to catch LC out in the open repeatedly. At 16-13 is a pretty close score. This is a real battle between both of these teams. And Inferno is going to be a real pleasure to watch. So, guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time for the second map of this best of 3. You do not want to miss it. This is the last slot at Dreamhack Winter. Up for grabs here between Flipside and LC.